Hi and welcome. I'm so excited to spend just a few minutes, this will be a short Facebook Live, to talk about this is your body, this is your sexuality, and it's really time to claim it. So the reason I jumped on today is I've been feeling very intense in my heart, witnessing everything that's happening around the globe, here in the United States, and in my own field of work around women's empowerment, women's issues, women's sexuality, women's bodies. And there's a few things that I need to say. I need to say them. But first I'm going to share a story, okay? So the stories are my stories. They're very, very quick, but this is so that you get a context as to why I take a stand for your sovereignty, that your sexuality, your body is yours to claim and to stand for and to make choices about, and not the leaders and the practitioners and the people who have power in your life. Okay, so go back a couple decades and I'm emerging from a surgery where I don't know what's going on. I'm in tremendous amount of pain, and I emerge from this surgery and the doctor says, you have 2 weeks to live. And then the staff and the doctor proceed to treat me pretty horribly because the thing that I was supposedly dying of was an STD. It was an imbalance caused by a pretty violent rape. I didn't die from it, obviously. But I share this story because the doctor in that moment had a lot of power and a lot of influence, and I chose to ignore it. I had some skin issues that were really, really horrible, and I remember seeing the dermatologist and sorry, it's incurable. It's only gonna get worse. Well, I cured it, and it's amazing. So there are many times in our lives, even with spiritual teachers, I've had other practitioners teach me along the way. And every time a person of influence tells you how it is and limits what's possible, I think they're doing us a disservice. And I'm passionate about this because I've had so many times being rebellious and daring. And so that's what this is about. One of the things that's been really upsetting to me of late, especially around, say, the jade egg issue, and you may not know what's going on with that, and that's okay, but there's an issue around a practice that is based on the use of a jade egg. Now, there's medical opinions that are completely unsubstantiated, that are passed as truth. Nobody questions them. Well, I do, but publicly nobody's coming forward and questioning the doctors who have said that it's dangerous to your life, it causes toxic shock syndrome, or I think the other one is that it causes your tissues to erode or something crazy like that. So anyways, I am confronting those claims. But so that's just one side of the issue. The other side is people who are not very well trained then going on about all these magical properties and these improper way of practicing. And so all of that, what made me realize is that this isn't about the jade egg. This is about women. This is about you. This is about your body. This is about people who are invested to profit from your lack of understanding or your lack of self-sovereignty. And it pisses me off. If you are in a position of power, you must use that properly. If you are having influence in a person's life, then substantiate the things that you're saying so that person can have a chance to make right or wrong for themselves. And if you're teaching, especially in intimacy practice, don't make a bunch of false claims, because ladies, this is about you. You have the power. You have the power to change yourself. You're the one who creates the transformation, who activates yourself or shuts yourself down. You're the one who has the beautiful orgasmic experiences or not. You're the one. And so here's what I'd like to do is I'd like to dare you. I would love to dare you to come home to yourself. Because what I'm noticing in the realm of all the female stuff right now, if we are not centered in our sovereignty, if we do not claim our sacred ground, which is our body, if we do not self-define and self-validate, we are giving power to everything else, and that everything else gets to predetermine what it looks like to be a woman. It gets to predetermine whether our breasts are correct and our faces are correct and our vaginas are correct. If we're too old, too young, too big, too small, too this, too that, it's all predetermined by someone else if we do not claim our sacred ground and our core. So that is my calling to you. That is my dare to you, ladies and men, if you're watching. Come to yourself. Come home to yourself. Claim yourself. Stand true in your own body. Yes, investigate. Yes, explore. But always come back to here, to this truth. You are erotically intelligent. You have an erotic genius. And what I'm noticing is that the domestication process, how we are socialized, literally sets us up to give away our power, to defer our power, actually, to defer even our ability to think for ourselves. So by coming home to ourselves, becoming the sexually sovereign being that we are born to be, we get to create the life that we love. We get to co-contribute to the world that we want to live in. I want to live in a world where you are so vibrant and so expressed and so in your power. Because ladies, it is not empowerment if you rely on somebody. If someone makes you reliant on them, that is not empowerment. It is not empowerment if a practice or a philosophy makes you feel more depressed, makes you feel self-doubt, criticize yourself, doubt yourself, put yourself down. That is not empowerment. It shouldn't be sold as empowerment. It should be sold to just what it is, a gimmicky thing based on your insecurities. But this is totally avoidable if we come home to ourselves. This is completely avoidable. All the issues we're having in the world is a call. It's an awakening. It's an invitation for us to come home to ourselves and say, yes, I take full responsibility to be a sovereign being. And here's why, ladies, if you are living in a country where you have the privilege right now to exercise this right, where you have the power to choose what happens to your body and how you define your experiences and the experiences that you have, especially around your sexuality, exercise that right. Because there are so many women who cannot do that right now in the world. So by you doing it, by you claiming it, by you daring to let go of social conditioning, you change the world. And so that's pretty much all I wanted to say today is leadership is great when it's embodied. Leadership is great when we're for the actual people. Leadership is great when it has true vision, but leadership is not great if it's self-serving. And that's what I'm seeing in the world. So I'm asking you as an individual, let's change this. We need to become the leaders in our own lives. You get to lead the way, especially around your body and your sexuality. I am so pleased that you're in my community, so pleased to talk to you, and let's do this together. Please leave me a comment below this video. Let's talk about this, okay? It's really, really, really important because this is the crux. This is the true issue. It's not about jade eggs, whether they're safe or not safe, or all these crazy claims. It's about claiming ourselves. That's the true issue, so let's talk about that. I want to continue this dialogue again, just to say that I dare you to come home to yourself, claim your sovereignty, and start to express. Much love, much respect, and we'll talk to you soon. Okay, bye-bye.